Hachette Audio presents You Came Back. Written by Christopher Coake. Read by Scott Holst. Dedication. For Stephanie Lauer, my love, I promise you're nowhere in this program. Author's note. I lived in Columbus, Ohio from 1996 through 2004 and have incorporated into this book a number of locations and neighborhoods with which I'm very familiar. However, I have taken license with the city as the story demanded. Locations and street directions are not always accurate, for instance, if not entirely invented, and the inside of the Franklin Park Conservatory is ever so slightly warped from true. Nevertheless, no harm to the city or its resident Buckeyes was intended. Part 1. His New Life. Chapter 1. Mark Fife was being watched. He realized this in a coffee shop 3 blocks from the townhouse where he and his girlfriend Allison lived, sitting in a stuffed chair with his back to the front window. It was early on a weekday morning. All of central Ohio had woken to 4 inches of new snow, and Mark and Allie had decided to take a morning walk, ending here. Just before rush hour, the Cup of Joe was full, noisy, the air warm and humid from snow melting off scores of boots. Allison had left Mark alone to use the restroom, and he was pretending to read the dispatch while he waited. And then came the prickle at his neck, the sudden shock, as though a sly lover had drawn the tip of a fingernail across the short hairs of his nape. He lifted his eyes from the paper and scanned the shop, but no one was looking his way. Then he turned around in his seat and was startled again. A woman, a stranger, was peering through the window at him. The woman was older than he was, 45 maybe. Her face was round, unnaturally tan for December, and wrapped in a silver scarf. What hair escaped was curly and very dark. Her eyes were wide. She seemed surprised to see him, in a way he recognized, and that soured his stomach. Mark might have ignored her, but the woman was too odd, too nervous and frenetic to ignore. Her mouth hung open. Her gloved hands were twisting together in front of her. She wasn't simply surprised to
Sample complete. Ready to continue?